Hello, beautiful people. It is that time again. It's tea and tarot time with Julie. So grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, whatever it is you want. Put your feet up, get yourself comfy. This is a collective reading for my fire signs. So this is good for Aries and Leo and Sagittarius. Okay, so it's the energy collectively for my fire signs. And it's good for whenever you find it. Alrighty, let's have a little look what is going on. Oh, and with me, Julie Poole, if you don't know me. And so, welcome or welcome back. Thank you for being here. Let's have a little look what's going on. I'm using the Marchetti Tarot, and I'm going to be clarifying with the Neon Tarot. Okay, so let's find out what's going on for my fire signs at this time. And when I say at this time, when you find it, all right, when you're drawn to watch a reading, don't worry about necessarily when I post it. Just think, I feel I want to look at that. There's something there for you. Okay, I'm not going to do it per the three signs. Watch the whole thing. Okay, alrighty, so we've got the Five of Cups coming in. Oh, that's disappointing. That's a sad card. All right, with the King of Wands and the Emperor. Okay, a lot of power coming in here. Oh, good stuff. See, we've got the Chariot moving on from that Five of Cups. So whatever that disappointment was, the centre of your reading, you've got the Eight of Coins, the Worker card, with the Tower. Something's happening quickly here. Okay, with the Seven of Swords, we've got the Queen of Swords, and we've got the Page of Cups. So this is looking really nice, really nice. Okay, let's get your affirmations out. This is from Hoping to Having. Affirmations for my fire signs, please. Okay. I am energized, healthy, and full of vitality. Very fiery energy, energized energy, which is good. Okay. All right. And we have got healthy, happy relationships. So have a look at this first of all and see how this ties in. All righty. So I choose healthy, happy relationships and connections. Any unhealthy relationships now move out of my life easily. Right, easily. So we're kind of having a look at this situation, aren't we, my beautiful Aries? We're looking and saying, is that relationship good for me? Is it healthy? Is it draining me, stressing me, exhausting me? Why am I in this relationship if that is the case? Okay, so you're kind of reevaluating and you're setting this intention of I choose healthy, happy relationships, and any that are not, they're just going to dissipate. They're just going to move out of my life easily. That doesn't necessarily mean that we have to do a big kind of, that's it, we're done, I never want to see you again. We can just gradually pull our energy away, pull our energy back. And because we're starting with the Five of Cups, which is a card of upset and disappointment and sadness, it could well be that you're feeling this about a friend or a member of your family, that you're feeling like they're not really there for me, and that makes me feel really sad. And that's understandable. But equally, we want to say, okay, well, if I just allow that to just move further back from my life or out of my life, I'm going to trust that the universe is going to bring me in healthy, happy relationships. Why? Because I'm aligned with it. I'm choosing happy, healthy relationships. So this could be a new friend, a new support, a new person in your life. And it's linking in, we've got two cards here of health and vitality. Well, we've got healthy, happy relationships and energized, healthy body, full of vitality. All right. So I want you to look at if something or somebody has been draining you, has been upsetting you, just try to let it go and move on from it, because this is what we've got here in this first row. We've got the Five of Cups. Now, fives are about change, and sometimes that change is uncomfortable. So we're just, we have our tears, have a good cry, all right? I am not an advocate for swallow it, bury it. No, have a good cry, let it up, let it out, and then we can move on. We've got the Chariot here. This could be a work colleague. This could be a boss, a promise of something that didn't come through, because it's rooted down with the Seven of Swords. Now, this can be a card of deceit and deception. unfulfilled promises. And in this case, because it's with the Five of Cups, then for some of you this is the case. You know, you thought that a family member was going to be there to support you, and they weren't. You thought your friend was going to step up and step in, and they didn't. You thought that promotion was going to come through, and it didn't. Whatever this was for you, you feel a little misled here. The thing is, you know, we can sit and try to understand, you know, why, you know, why did they lie? Why, you know, we can do all of that, and it just frazzles our head and our brain, and we won't know unless we actually sit down and talk with them about it. But even then, they might not admit, you know, what the truth of it was. So for yourself in this situation is to say, we don't know why. But, you know, perhaps, and a lot of people will promise the earth with good intentions, and then when it comes to it, they're just not available. They haven't got it to give. They've got their own stuff going on. And, you know, you were banking on it and you were feeling aggrieved. But if we can kind of just go, all right, empty promises, I need to let that go. And I need to also say to myself, in the future, I won't necessarily totally rely on. They've said they'll be there, because I can't rely on that. So who can I rely on? Me. All right. So we're going to move on from this now. We're moving on. Now, what are we moving on to? I like all the power in this. We've got the Tower and the Emperor. We've got the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords. A lot of people here being very supportive and strong. And that is you, my fire signs. This is you. All right. So I want you to step into the King of Wands energy, which is determined, powerful, positive. This is assertive. This is, okay, they're not there. I'm going to make this happen anyway. I can do it. I can work it, right? We've got the Eight of Coins in the center of your reading, which is giving it a lot more power because it's in the middle. So the Eight of Coins is the worker card. It is, I'm working on this. This could be to do with a job, a business, a career, a side hustle, a project, a creative project. It also could be to do with your health and well-being. You know, I'm working on, you know, sorting my health out and getting better if I've been unwell, or my energy has been on the floor. I'm working on it now myself. I'm taking my power from a place of truth and clarity. And that's the thing with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Truth, the answers start to come when you step into your power, when you say, I'll find a way. Because what we tend to do a lot of the time is give our power away. Yeah, that they'll look after me and they don't. The doctor will fix me and he doesn't, or she doesn't. We're looking outside of ourselves and then we get let down. When we step into the King of Wands energy, which is fiery energy, we're taking our power back and we're saying, I will find a way. I am sorting this. I'm going to fix this. So what do I need to know? And that's the Queen of Swords. She uses that sword of truth to get to the hub of the matter, to find out. She will ask questions in a very sort of bold, assertive way. She will find out. This is taking the emotion out of it. This is about using your intelligence and your research and your logic. I'm finding out from a position of power. So the King of Wands can absolutely be entrepreneur energy, but it doesn't have to be. It's any part of life where you take charge, where you say, this is on me. I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to work it as hard as I need to work it. Okay. And as you do that, it expands, right? The energy that we focus on grows. What you put your attention into expands. So as you step into the King of Wands energy, which is, I've got this, I'm going to figure it out, you expand that energy into the Emperor, which is the King of Wands with bells on. All right, he's equivalent to the Four Kings. So we're stepping into really taking charge of your own world, life and destiny. Being able to find your own answers, and those answers then start to come through really quickly. If we look at this middle row horizontally, we've got the Chariot, which is victory, success, forward movement, brakes are off. I can move forward from this now. I'm working on it. I'm working on something diligently. I have the expertise, and it all starts to click into place very quickly. That Tower is sudden sweeping change. So whereas we've been here, perhaps waiting on somebody else or something else to be able to help you move forward, you start taking that energy forward yourself, and all of a sudden, everything falls into place. And from there, the Page of Cups energy starts to come in, which is new opportunities for your fulfillment and your happiness. So you're looking at where can I find my happiness? Where can I expand or grow my happiness, my fulfillment, my enrichment? The Page of Cups is about emotionally in a good place. You're being offered a new cup here, and that cup is, you're the one creating it from this place of power, from this place of I'll figure it out, I'm determined. And that's beautiful fire energy. So the emphasis is on whatever is healthy. That's what we're looking for. Is that job good for me? Is it healthy for me? Or is it 100 hours a week with a 2-hour drive each way, and I'm going to get really sick really quick because it's not sustainable? Is that relationship healthy for me? Is my way of eating and my way of life healthy for me? You're looking at your health, your vitality, your energy, and your relationships and connections. And you're looking at where they're off or out or unhealthy, and you're letting them go. And you're moving yourself into a new future where you're saying, I choose and deserve healthy, happy relationships. And that includes my relationship with myself, with my job, with my family, with my friends. I'm looking at it all, and I'm making changes, and I'm allowing that to come in because I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's find out some more. All right, this is the first time I've used this deck. All right, this is the Neon Tarot. Okay, I've just been using the same tarot decks for years and years now, and I just felt it's time to change it up a bit. Let's get some fresh energy in here. Okie dokie. All right, so let's clarify then. Let's have a look at that Five of Cups. Let's see if we can find out some more about that Five of Cups. All right. Let's find out what's going on. Okay, good stuff. We've got the Six of Swords. We're moving on, all right, which we can see with the Chariot there as well. So the Six of Swords is moving on from that Five of Cups, the sadness. We're moving on to easier times, smoother times. I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to put it behind me. All right, tell me about the Chariot. Let's find out a bit more about the Chariot. Okay. The Ten of Wands, see, isn't that beautiful? The Ten of Wands is the end of the struggle, end of the burden. We're moving on from it. There's no ifs or buts. These two cards are both clarifying it's time to move on and put the burden down, put the struggle down. You know, when we've been going through it, and, you know, life isn't a box of chocolates, is it? It kind of goes up and down and round corners and 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and it does all of that stuff. But all the time we're learning, growing, developing. But you've been moving towards, I deserve healthy, happy relationships, and myself being healthy and happy, and my work and income being happy and healthy, and I'm moving on and putting that struggle down. If I've been locked in the struggle for a long time, I could be just continually thinking life is really hard. But as we shift that thinking, I'm the emperor, I'm the king, I'm making this happen, I'll put the work in and I'll sort it out, then we start to move on from a place of empowerment. Okay, so with that Seven of Swords, we've got the Two of Cups. So the letdown, the upset to do with this, of being let down by people, is very likely to be doing with a family member. You thought there would be support and there wasn't. You thought that they'd step up to the plate and they didn't. And so this happens, you know, we choose our friends, we, you know, on a soul level choose our family, but it doesn't always feel like that, does it? Just allow yourself to let it go, and it's okay. I'm ready to move on. So let's look at this middle row with the King of Wands. Taking our power. How can we do that? Give us some advice here for taking our power. The Six of Wands, look at that. victory, success, a recognition. It's the first time I've seen these cards, you know. I mean, I shuffled them when they came in, I cleansed them and rebooted them. But let's have a little look. Okay, just getting it to focus. Look at the power of that warrior on that horse. The Six of Wands is a card of recognition, riding high, being seen, standing out from the crowd. You've been in battle, you come out the other side and you have won. Even if it doesn't feel like it, and it often doesn't with that Five of Cups, it's the fact that we can move past that and say, okay, I've had my tears and tantrums and I'm over it now. And I've come out victorious, even if it doesn't feel like it, because I've come to terms with it and I'm choosing to move past it. And that is the victory. Okay, you are moving on to something really much, much better. And now we've got the Ten of Cups with that Eight of Wands. What you are choosing to work on here is going to bring you the rewards. The Ten of Cups is the happiness. It's the roses round the door. It's the fulfillment. And that's what we're wanting. With that Page of Cups there, what are the opportunities for me? How could I create greater happiness in my life? That's what you're working on. And we've all got different definitions of happiness. And, you know, energy, vitality and healthy relationships is a big part of that. So you're moving towards that happiness. That's what you've decided. I'm having it. I'm having it. All right, let's have a look at this. Queen of Swords is coming out with the Star. Well, look at you glowing up and shining brightly. You see, after the disappointment and the letdown, here you're moving into this victory and something better. You know, we say, what's that saying, you know, rejection's the universe's protection. We learn from it, we grow from it, and then even better opportunities come as a result. So nothing is ever wasted. You're in this star energy, which is also a healing energy. It's also about your hopes, wishes, dreams and aspirations. And with the Queen of Swords, you're getting really clear. You're getting really clear on what do I want and what's important to me. And I'm ready to glow up. Glowing up. All right, let's look at the Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor for my fire signs, please. Three of Wands, expansion, growth, your ship's coming in. Oh, the good stuff's just there on the horizon. You align with it and you attract it to you. Don't chase it. What you chase runs away. Just stand in your power, that Emperor power, and be in that mindful energy of all good things. I'm just listening to the words that are coming through my intuition. All good things are coming to me now. My life gets better and better every day in every way. I am clear on my goals. I've set my target and they're showing me a bow and arrow. Set your target and just trust that you're going to hit the bullseye. Hitting the bullseye. Oh, that's nice. All right, let's have a look at this Tower. Right, we've got the Devil with the King of Cups and the Six of Cups. All right, so whatever this Tower moment is, it can be triggering fear in you, which is normal with the Tower, like, oh my God, what's going on? But just trust. The King of Cups is emotional maturity. It's being able to take everything in your stride, and it is trusting that on a soul level, this is meant to be with that Six of Cups. Now, also with that Tower, it can be collapsing what the Devil was holding you back from. All right, so the Devil is where we feel trapped, stuck, restricted, beholden to. And so with that Tower, any part of your life where you felt I can't, it's impossible, they won't let me, is falling away. And you're stepping into, this can be to do with family. With that Six of Cups, because it's a card of close relationships, bonds, people you've known a long time. So you're stepping into allowing the change from a place with that King of Cups of just being very calm about it all. What's meant to be will be. I allow and let go. So what are these opportunities that are coming in for you? Temperance, balance, harmony, healing. things coming where it's been all topsy-turvy, where it's been all lumpy-bumpy, things smoothing out. Things are smoothing out for you. Oh, look at this, and we've got the world. Well, do you know what, guys? I love this for you. The world is the major closing out. So you're in that sort of final stages of what needs to go. And it might be painful for it to go. And there might be some tears over it. But in your heart, you know, I need to move on from this. I'm ready for more. I'm ready to take my power. And I'm ready to end what has been holding me back, because my new world is waiting and I want to step into it. This is lovely. Oh, all right. Let's finish off with an angel card for you then. Final messages, please, for my fire signs. For my fire signs. Okay, awakening. You see, with the King of Wands and the Emperor, which is all about your power, you are awakening to what you deserve, that you have the power to create it, that you can create it, that self-belief, that assertiveness, that being dynamic, and this is my life, and I'm the king of my castle, all right? Male or female, don't worry about the gender. You are awakening to just how magnificent life can be when you choose to move away from that which is unhealthy, what's draining your energy and vitality, and to align with, I deserve all good things. I really like this for you, my beautiful people. I hope you do too. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back on Friday with a collective reading for everybody. And I'll be back in a week or so with the next batch of your general readings per 12 signs. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to pop up here your October playlists for your general guidance and your money and career. All right. If you haven't seen them, it's the whole playlist. So not just your sign. You might want to watch your moon or your rising. So I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me. You have a beautiful day. Lots of love. Bye.